headed down to the doctor's. Got my trusty Batman driving. We're sitting here thinking, boy, it seems like we're going so slow, but we're not. But this road is straight and flat, and we've been driving on all these mountain roads for the last 50-some days that are harebrained and white knuckle drives, at least for me. And now we're like, oh my gosh, it feels like we're crawling. I'm never happy. Wish me luck. Hey, here I am. Just got out of the doctor's. Some good news. My ticker is fine. My lungs are great. I'm great. The problem, I'm not eating enough. So he told me to go eat fat and other good stuff. It was more than that, more specific fats that he said to get. But who doesn't like to go to the doctor with problems and they give you a prescription of eat more? Boy, this is gonna be good. But so I was frantic and scared and everything for just lack of nutrition, which is actually a big thing on the trail. He's gonna send me some ideas on how to get better nutrition out on the trail, and I will share that with you. So I want to share the results that my doctor gave me, or not results, or and recommendations, I should say. Let me take these off. Sun's in. So I came down to the lake to sit. I just put the hammock out. It's been stored all winter. But I wanted to show you the lake here. And while I was sitting here, I heard this awful noise. It sounded like a big river flowing, and I'm like, we don't have a stream. We have a little overflow, but nothing like it would have been. I'm like, oh, it's just the ice melting. And then I look up and I see all the ice is crashing up onto the shore. So the next clip I'll show you what that was, and then I'll get into my recommendations for my doctor. I have lived on this lake all my life, and I have never witnessed this before. The lake is going out. The upper end, way on the other side, that's out. But we live down in the cove on the south end, and all the wind blows the ice down to our cove. But look at that, and I'll be quiet so you can hear it. This is just amazing. So cool. Yeah, I'm supposed to be out hiking on the Appalachian Trail. Love nature, and I have it right in my yard. So here's my nutrition plan from my doctor. You'd think after 2 through hikes I would have had it figured out, but things change, our body changes, circumstances changes, and I was just really suffering on trail and thought I was just being wimpy and not wanting to put anything up, and thought it was, oh, I'm just out of shape, I'm just getting older. But I knew at one point it's something just wasn't right, so that's why I came home to see my doctor. I didn't want to go to a walk-in care. I wanted to go to my doctor who knew me. So that's why I've come all the way off trail to come see him. Now, this plan is for me. It's specifically for me. It's not just something he pulled out of a hat. He created it for my needs. I'm 60 years old, 5'3", 162 pounds. So yeah, I'm a little fluffy, but as you guys already know that from my videos. But one of my goals is to lose weight, but I want to make sure I'm doing it safely, and I thought I was, but apparently not, because that's why I was almost passing out on the trail a few times, and dizziness and weakness and tiredness, midday crashes. So, and also I'm gluten-free, so that makes it tough too. And I have some other food issues, corn sensitivities. Let's see, vinegar. Vinegar bothers me. I can't eat a lot of packaged foods either, which is what you have to eat on trail. I have to find the ones that I can tolerate. But basically, here is what he has recommended for me. And if it helps anyone else to, not follow this, because like I said, this is specifically for me, but anyone planning a hike, make sure that you're eating properly. But my goals are to prevent afternoon lightheadedness on the climbs, protect muscle while losing weight, maintain steady energy, and stay gluten-free. So he's got some daily targets for me, which is 90 to 105 grams of protein. Need to eat between 2,400 and 2,800 calories, depending on my mileage, obviously. And that's really hard to do because you got to carry all that. And to eat every 3 hours at least. I'm eating more than that. I'm just not eating the right stuff. And make sure I'm using electrolytes. That I am doing also. And I'm also taking multivitamins. And he says, why am I feeling lightheaded? Common causes on trail, and not enough total calories, obviously. Too many simple carbs at lunch, dehydration, and low sodium. And to try to find the fix, combine protein with healthy fats and complex carbs after each meal. Now, this may seem common sense to us, but out on trail, sometimes we lose our common sense because we're just worried about the weight that we need to carry. He's got some suggestions here on how I can implement this in my different meals. So for like breakfast, shoot for 30 grams of protein. And all these will be, gluten-free. So oats with protein powder, peanut butter, and chia seeds. Chia seed pudding. This is like choose one of these combinations. So another one would be chia seed pudding and protein powder and nuts. And another one would be a protein shake, nuts, and fruit. I will give some of these a try. I know that sometimes protein shakes upset my stomach. You bring the protein powder. I do have one that I have found at home that doesn't bother my stomach, but we'll see on the trail how that will work. And having more protein in the morning will help me to prevent a mid-morning crash. Then for morning snack, shoot for 10 to 15 grams of protein. So jerky, almonds or mixed nuts, cheese stick, and again, beef jerky tends to bother my stomach, so I'm still looking out for one that doesn't bother my stomach. If anyone has any that's a good natural, not a lot of preservatives. Lots of times it's those preservatives in the foods that bother my stomach, but those are the things that we need to carry on trail so they don't spoil. So that's why it's pretty hard for me. Lunchtime, I want to shoot for 30 to 40 grams of protein. And he suggests tuna or salmon packets. No, not for me. Can't do that. But I did pick up a chicken packet, which I'm going to try. Rice or olive oil. Or hard cheeses, crackers, nuts, sausage. That might be a good combination for me. And what to try to avoid, or what to avoid, not try to, but avoid white bread, candy, or dried fruit alone. Because for lunches, I've only been eating some multigrain crackers, corn chips, gluten-free Cheez-Its, and cheese. And that obviously hasn't been enough. And before I do a long climb, have a small handful of dried fruit or an energy bar. And only do simple carbs in small amounts, not as a full meal. And then afternoon snacks, again, 15 to 20 grams of protein, gluten-free protein bar, which I have found one that I like. They're called Ready Clean, and they're pretty good and they're lightweight. Peanut butter packets and nuts, or jerky and dark chocolate. And then for supper, I need to shoot for 25 to 35 grams of protein. And so he's just got some different choices here. rice with lentils, olive oil, and chicken, or rice noodles and peanut butter and chicken, or a dehydrated meal, and always add olive oil. And I have been adding olive oil to all of my meals. But I think what happened was the second night out before I decided I just needed to find out what was going on, I had that day where I forgot my meal. So I was just eating the simple snacks that I had. And it was a very hard day of hiking, so I didn't get to replenish. And then the next day was hard. So my body was just like, nope, enough is enough. And then he's just got some other staples to consider carrying. Obviously, we need to drink regularly, use our electrolytes regularly, and increase my sodium on hot and humid days, which all of those things I did know, and I have been doing that, but I think the main issue is I'm not getting enough I'm not getting enough calories, especially in the form of protein. But some lightweight, high-energy staples, olive oil packets, those are always great, nut butter packets, tuna and salmon or chicken packets. Like I said, I can't do the tuna or salmon. I'm going to try the chicken. I don't like canned chicken at home, but we'll try a high-quality chicken packet. Nuts, hard cheeses, gluten-free jerky, protein powder, instant rice, lentils, chia seeds. And I'm going to ask him the difference between instant rice, and I usually just bring I like jasmine rice, so I'm going to find out. I don't think there's a difference. I think he was probably just thinking backpacking and the ease. And if I'm having problems or when I need to slow down or do a check-in, obviously if my dizziness continues, if I feel faint when I'm resting, or if my heart's racing, and persistent weakness. Hopefully none of those have happened yet. I haven't had any problems. As soon as I rest, I'm usually instantly fine. But we want to continue healthy weight loss while maintaining energy and fitness on the trail. But I just wanted to share that. Like I said, it is geared for me, but I think there's some good tips in there for anyone else that might be suffering from lack of energy or dizziness on the trail, or if you're planning on hiking. Food is probably next to shelter, one of the most important things we can have out there, food and water. So fueling ourselves properly will give us the energy and protect our muscles and protect us from risk of falling. Doesn't guarantee it, but it can help improve it. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll be back on the trail before you know it.